to another educational video about screen printing by Catspit Productions. Today's video is a quick tips video, quick tips for screen printing, and I just wanted to quickly discuss the differences between a halftone and a spot color as far as artwork for screen printing. Okay? But before I go on, please remember that Catspit Productions sells screen printing equipment and supplies at catspitscreenprintsupply.com. So please check out all of my offerings there. If you like my videos, you like the free tips, please consider doing business with me. I appreciate it greatly. When you're first starting out with screen printing, you're going to hear a lot of different terminology related to artwork that may seem a little confusing. And one of the things that you have to consider when you're first starting is spot colors versus halftones. And the reason being is that you need a little bit more software to print halftones than you do spot colors. Okay? Here's the thing. Basically, the difference between a spot color and a halftone is simply that a spot color prints wide open ink areas. So the stencil on the screen would consist of wide open stencil areas. Okay? With a halftone, the print is actually achieved through dots, little dots. And the little dots in different groupings or different sizes or combination of sizes and groupings, sizes of groupings and groupings and sizes, will give you a kind of a simulated effect of a continuous tone photograph. Okay, so you have to remember that screen printing, when you make a screen with the photographic emulsion process, direct liquid emulsion or capillary film, that photographic process is not able to make continuous tone because remember, it's a stenciling process. So you can't have partial areas of emulsion and areas with full emulsion. It has to be either no emulsion or emulsion so that the ink can pass through the screen, right? So in order to recreate continuous tones that we see in photographs, okay, we have to do that through dot, okay? Let's take a look at two pieces of film and it'll make a little bit more sense. A piece of film that is all spot color, and then we'll look at a piece of film that you've seen before, the Ben Franklin film, which is actually a combination of spot color and halftone. First, we're looking at a piece of film positive here that we would consider a spot color. Okay, so as you can see, it's complete 100% opaque black all over the design. So when we convert this to screen, or we expose this and make a screen, this will print full color ink, and the black areas that you see here will be completely open mesh in the stencil on your screen. Okay, so there's no way to have a continuous tone from black to light gray over here with this piece of artwork. Okay, it's a spot color. There's no tonal ranges at all. All right, now contrastingly, this is a halftone, which also has some spot color designs. These stars with these little banners or stripes or whatever you want to call them, and the text would be considered spot color because, again, it's completely black, opaque. It's going to create a complete open area of stencil on your screen mesh, right? But this area in here where you see Ben Franklin is a halftone, okay? And what's happening here is we are recreating a continuous tone photograph by using dot. And the dot, depending on the size and groupings, will give you the look of different shades of tone or gradients, okay? Let's take a close-up look. Here you can see, so over here where we have Ben Franklin's face, we need to create these continuous tonal ranges in order to make his face, and that is done with dot, as you can see, little dots, okay, as opposed to over here in these stars and stripes or banners or whatever you want to call them, that is completely what we would call spot color. This is what that particular film positive looks like when it is screen printed in black ink on a white t-shirt. You can see that the Ben Franklin halftone creates the full continuous tone photograph type image that you may be used to seeing in your newspaper. It's very similar to the black and white newsprint photographs that you're very familiar with. And you can see here that's what we have. Ben Franklin is a halftone, and then the stars and banners and the font that you see here is actually a spot color. So this is a great piece of artwork that exemplifies a halftone and a spot color at the same time. Okay, so you can have artwork that's completely all halftone and no spot color, and vice versa. You can have it as all spot color with no halftone, or you can get creative and with a one color design like this, use some halftoning to create different shades of the same color, or to create a continuous tone photograph like this one. So halftone work can be very cool. It's pretty simple, and if you look back, we did a video on how to do this particular halftone print with Ben Franklin, so search my uploads and playlists collection for those videos. Remember that if you want to print halftones, you're going to need RIP software. Non-PostScript printers will not be able to print dot without RIP software. Okay, so if you want to learn more about RIP software, please check out more of my video uploads at the Catspit Productions YouTube channel. Check out my playlists, and also look for the one color halftone playlist that features the Ben Franklin artwork that you saw in this video today. Okay, so that's it. I think it's pretty simple. Okay, spot colors will print wide open color, okay, with no gradation, no tonal ranges at all. And halftones are the way in which we reproduce gradients or continuous tone photographs in screen printing by means of dot. Okay, so halftones are basically images that consist of little dots. All right, it's pretty simple. I think pretty self-explanatory. If you have any questions about it, please leave them in the comments below, message me on YouTube, or contact me through one of the Catspit Productions websites. I'm happy to help out in any way I can. Thanks a lot for watching today. I appreciate your time and attention very much. If you like what you see, please subscribe, rate, thumbs up, and we'll see you next time.